Mezzi jumping down from heaven, able to take down the, well, two of the players at least, but Lost finishes the job. It's incredibly quick retake, actually. They tried to jump onto the site. There was damage dealt, there was frags gained, but a round was not converted. Strem on 6, August on 3 right now, and August back down to pistols. But I don't feel like it's fair to count them out in this round. We've seen how damaging Ross can be with this PT50 when he holds on ramp. This time instead, though, it's going to be Mezzi getting quite up close and personal with this Deagle. Looking for one of these opening picks. Instead now, just going to fall back towards Hell. Dobbo going to be inside of Hut, waiting for someone to peek into him. He's got the pocket AK in hand. Extremum aren't giving an inch.
August playing this one well. They've actually taken quite a lot of control. Just comes down to whether they can hit the shots. They've shown that they can be very, very dangerous with these pistols. And I think Extremum giving them a whole lot more respect than last time. Polt spots out a player, going to fall right back. Adam peeks his head up, and that is a dangerous thing to do in the presence of Polt. He will tear it off. Oh, come on. Oh, no.
Bullets.
Oh,
wow,
no.
okay.
There we go. There we go.
That
Polt
was sloppy.
does find himself the second, but yeah, very, very messy. So he's down to 30 HP. Nelenex swinging out. Can't do a lot. Does a bit of damage, but he is going to fall. And Dobbo now coming in from behind. Oh, wow.
He's actually been able to take down Lost. If he can recover an AK here, it'd be perfect. It's just for range. Oh, Mezzi, what have you done there, man? He's taken down Fallen Rain with seemingly a single bullet. This does get taken down. Dobbo now caught in the crossfire. Norway finishes him off and secures a 7th round for Extremum. And obviously we were mentioning quite early on into this, in the analysis segment, that this realistically was a CT-sided map for a long time. Clearly not the case now, as the T side miles ahead. 4-round advantage, 1 round away from securing this first half victory. And I feel like they can be happy with that on the T side.
Yeah, they'll definitely want more as they're 7-3 ahead. And that is certainly what they're pushing for. 5 AKs right now, they're getting down secret. Mezzi's realised there's no one ramp and he is repositioning, but as the smoke's going up, well, they're just taking a lot of control, Extremum. They're not actually committing to anything as of yet. Polt has found himself Rusto. That's one of the AWPs now out of play. And Polt's positioning is absolutely perfect. Just keeps August on their toes. Means that he has so much leg room to work with if he chooses to take it. But as Mezzi finds one over towards ramp, CTs are going to be pushing right through. ZNX going to take out Waterfalls. The sandwich players coming in. They need to find Mezzi here. And as Mezzi can't connect the shot, it gives them an avenue onto the B site. And they should be able to get the bomb down here. Ooh, Adam just doesn't swing in time, but he will find himself the kill nonetheless.
Goes up against an AK of Polt and is able to finish the job. Now Lost in a 1 versus 3. AK in hand. Spots out ZNX on the edge of that smoke. Is he going to be able to see Dobbo as well? Yes, he is. Takes him out. With the bomb now being defused, I don't know if he heard Adam jump onto it. He does have enough time. Just the same tick. While Adam does indeed die, he gets the bomb defused with his final breath. 7-4, August secure the round. Only a single player on Extremum surviving. But they've got a bit of an economic buffer here. They had enough money to be able to commit into this. They have indeed bought up fully. August, same can't be said right now. We've got MP9s on 4. But if it's an A-side push, I feel like they've got as good a chance as any.
Yes, I mean, 4 and put in a couple, you can make it work, but this is definitely going to be a huge disadvantage, or is it in the hands of Dobbo? He finds himself one. Oh no, that's a big whiff. He doesn't even connect a single bullet. He is going to get his head taken off by Lost, but quickly traded by Russ with the grenade. Oh my goodness, it is an absolute bloodbath. Every time they go onto A, it's so fast. And it's all on Russ now in a 2 versus 1. In fact, I think he knows that Polt is behind that vent. But this is going to be so difficult for him as he peeks out. Waterfalls, a monster with the AWP, is going to take him down. And Extremum, they bounce right back. They put that round on. Isn't looking too good. Won the round. Anything? Sorry, they've won the half. Anything they take after this is essentially a bonus. But going back to that round, Dobbo, oh, he opened things up with a good kill. Had he have got that second, maybe things would have been different.
I mean, realistically, they don't have to deal with another player on the site, right? Dobbo was in a perfect spot to be able to take down two of them, but it seemed like he just kind of panicked. He didn't expect that second player to rush out of hut, get as much ground as he did directly on the A site, and then when he tried for the engagement, just misread the movement completely. It almost seemed like he was lagging. He was shooting straight behind where Rain was, just wasn't able to find it, and it does get taken down. Of course, that doesn't allow that to kind of act like a distraction. Ross gets trade fragged, but that leaves him in a 2 versus 1. A ball and unwinnable situation when you're up against an AK and an AWP with no real information to play off of. August, they need just a couple more rounds to really be happy with their performance on their first map of Nuke. No one, well, only Mezzy right now, the stand-in for August, in double digits. Same cannot be said for Extremum. 2 players up there. Polt on 15, Rain on 11. Everyone else a little bit behind, but nothing particularly substantial. Only one a little bit further down is Waterfalls, but considering he's been playing the AWP, just hasn't been able to find those frags because, well, Polt and Rain have been picking them up before he could even get there.
It's definitely a time to call a pause as well. Teams shouldn't forget they have them. They've got 4 to play with, and at times like this, when you're a few rounds down, it's a bit of a turning point in the game where you can either pull it back, have a very close half, or let it slip and find yourselves 11-4 down. It's definitely the right time to call a timeout. I don't think we'll be seeing anything come into effect this round, but as they've got money to buy into the next, we might be seeing a change of pace or even just a change of setup from August. For now, though, Extremum going outside very fast, trying to take control, but we're seeing much of the same from August. They're pushing all into T-Con with these pistols. They've taken so much control, they've got so much info, and now they're all going to rotate round to B.
Adam's heard the audio now as well. Russ is going to be able to open up the round with a frag onto Rain, but not able to stay alive to be able to pick up the weapon. Attack from ZNX. Perfect. That's why it's a pocket AK. From range, able to do that as well. Lost picks up one, pop one more, but Mezzy still defending. Able to take out Waterfall, drops that AWP, and it's not able to be recovered. An economic damage round for August there. They did exactly what they moved into that round to do. Rip some weapons out of the hands of Extremum and really just break any form of economic buffer they had. Everyone now, with the exception of Polt, down to sub 2k. August now with a full buy moving to round number 14. They want to try and pick up at least 2 more rounds here. A 9-6 half they can live with. Won't be happy with it, but it's their only option now. Russ looking for that opening pick, not able to find it. That's going to fall into the hands of Zed next inside of A. He gets a little bit aggressive as always. Polt going to be peeking outside now as the smokes go down, looking for that info in towards Secret. Able to get in there scot-free. Mezzy lining up the shot, waiting for someone to peek directly into his cross-sale on this off angle. No one's really going to be expecting him to hold this as of yet. Does just fall back at the wrong moment the second they peek on through. But with a minute and 10 remaining, there's still a lot of options here for Extremum.
Yes, there are, but with a man down, they've got the control that they need. It's not like there's any major part of the map that they have to be wary of, especially with Polt in Secret. Got a lot of leg room to work with, but with 45 seconds on the clock, they need to make a decision. I think that decision is going to be ramp. So they slowly start to walk over, but Russ is there with the AWP. He is going to get flashed off the angle, but he's able to reposition in time. Molotov going to come in. That's going to start to make things difficult. He's not in a position to go for the peak either. He's going to have to fall right off. And Extremum should be allowed B control if they want it. They're starting to walk back over towards A. They've realised the time. They just need to go for B here. They've got Polt down in Secret.
They've read into this too much. They've read into this way too much. They've rotated all fours over towards the A site. Well, with the exception of Mezzy, it looks like as he's able to pick up one. Polt takes down Adam as he begins lurking through vent, but with only 8 seconds on the clock, is there enough time to be able to get this bomb planted just as they start it at the right? Going to be the solo defending player on ramps. Apparently, dodges that bullet. From Russ, it rains on through the smoke. Lost still going to be holding on the edge right now. Knows that his one player's down there. Polt going to be holding inside of window, but nobody home so far. 6 HP is what Lost's on right now. He's given up his position, he needs to fall back. But now we need to see the retake from August. They need to go now if they want to go at all. But Paul lines up too. Mezzy and Dobbo, before he even gets started in the round, you're taken out. Russ now in a 1 versus 3, had to run for the hills. Saves the AWP with those frags coming on through from Paul. It's got the opportunity for August to win this one. A 10th round for Extremum. And August stuck down on 4 as we move into the final round of our first half. And it's looking like a half-buy for August.
A very, very nice round from Extremum. And Polt as well, in fact. It's going to put them onto double digits. A very, very favourable situation as August on the back foot now. Need to buy into this last round. And, well, they really need to take it, to be honest, but with those MP9s, it's going to be difficult. The Molotov going to do a lot of damage, but as Extremum find themselves very, very early on into the round on the B side, we are going to be seeing one of those famous 5v5 retakes. Oh no, not today. Adam finds Waterfalls, so they've got the man advantage to work with. They've done a lot of damage as well as Adam finds himself one more. The key player in this round, making it doable, and August might be able to take 5 here.
Well, with Mezzy picking up that frag onto Rain, it's looking more and more likely. But it is Lost and Norby who are surviving. If Lost is hitting shots like that in these engagements, there's not a chance for August. A little bit of utility still available for Lost right now. The site's still open. The spray continues. And next taken down. And now with no time to be able to get the bomb defused, Mezzy's going to give it a try. But Lost takes him down. Russ the last guy remaining. But it's 11 for Extremum. August not able to find a 5th, and look at the KD on Polt. 20-7 against a team that knocked out LDLC.
Yeah, he has really, really shown up on Nuke. I'm just going to jump to a quick ad. Did somebody say just eat?
Oh, Jesus.
I get mines every day, every week. Chicken wings to the crib. I'm sitting J-U-S-T-E-A-T. Somebody say just eat.
Links with the body wash. Get knockout clean.
And it's Waterfalls who starts us off with fantastic 2K. 1 taps onto Zen next, then onto Ross as well. And now going to be looking for these opening frags, continuing on to the B site. Polt looking for something, nothing to be found other than a, well, 9mm round to the chest. They need to now burst onto this site. If they go for A, they need to do it now. If they need to rush up vent. But the way they're situated, with 1:15 on the clock, it looks like they're trying to fake this out, thinking about going back outside, as Dobbo just lurks and holds round by window on B.
Yeah, August really need to be taking this pistol round if they want to keep this one competitive. They have got the man disadvantage, but they've done a huge amount of damage onto Norway. He's playing this well, though. Got a really nice position. Should be able to take down Mezzy here if his angle's not checked. As Polt finds one onto Dobbo, making it so much harder for August. Mezzy, his spidey sense is kicking in. He knows exactly where Norby is. He's able to find the frag, but there's still a man down. They need to try and find themselves onto a bomb site. Mezzy needs to do the work. Spots out the player on top of Hut. Can't connect the shots, though. So a 3-on-2 still for Extremum. 25 seconds on the clock. They need to speed this one up. Adam pushing out a Hut. Needs to find himself a frag. Mezzy's found the headshot onto Polt. Gets the second onto Waterfalls as well. This is doable. He's got himself the bomb. He should be able to get it down. But all of these fakey plays are just allowing Lost to get into position. Mezzy finally going to hold it down. Is he going to expect the opponent to come from heaven? No, it's not looking like it for now. Lost going to come out on top. And Extremum take the pistol round. They take it 12-4. Oh, that is not good for August right now. They've got so many rounds to pull back, and they now don't have the money or means to do so.
That's so upsetting for Mezzy. So close yet so far. He picks up a 4K in the pistol round to clutch out the round, but just misreads the timing, misreads the angle. But with the bomb going down, the amount of frags that were gained, August have gone for a Hail Mary play. 3 players forced up fully automatic. You've got a Mac 10 on Adam. Hyper-aggressive play style that we always see for him, expected now. An AK onto Russ and Mezzy as well. And Polt, well, he's decided to go up close and personal. He's got himself an XM10. The shotgun looking to gain a frag on anyone who rushes on through the park. Mezzy going to be trying to take down Norway, and he does just towards the tail end. That engagement, a great tap there from Russ to shut down Waterfalls before he can really get a bullet. Versus 3, up close and personal once again for Polt. This time does manage to trade out a frag. Range for Lost here. Shuts down ZNX. That now completely shuts down in for a real push outside. Now just Rain and Lost, the last 2 guys defending for the CT side. Rain is on an MP9. Russ is going to begin pushing on through the smoke. But look at this. It looks like it's a bait towards the A site right now. Russ takes him down. Lost on 5 HP. An almost guaranteed round win here for August. It was exactly what they needed off the back of that pistol loss.
2 amazing openers for August there. It's Mezzy and Russ. Opening things up outside, gives them a 2-man advantage. Definitely could have gone either way with Extreme and bouncing back off of it, but for now, August should realise that the B site's clear. Lost's gone for a very, very early save as he's just down to 5 HP. Running for the hills. That's something I really like about Nuke. Obviously, you've got the issue of almost the entire middle section of the map is within blast range of both bomb sites. However, you've got these really, really far away areas that you can go and save in. So you can run right back to T-spawn, you can run right back to CT, and you're almost guaranteed a save right now. Doesn't even seem like Lost is even on the map. He's miles away.
He's on a completely separate map to them. He's halfway to Dust 2 at this stage. But it is going to be a 5th round for August. Strumham going to have to save here. Lost with an M4, full armor and diffuse kit. He's going to be the only one with a real weapon in this next round. But I feel like Polt doesn't have enough money to force up either. So it's going to be a pistol buy up for Extreme. If anything, with August now, they're going to start building an economy here.
Yes, they are a very, very important round for them to win. Had they lost it, I mean, they'd be 13-4 down right now. Extreme would have money to, well, whip out the big guns. But right now, oh no. Dobbo's walked straight past Norway. Waterfalls, a nice headshot through the smoke as well. Norway's in a fantastic position to do damage. He's still just dancing in this smoke.
They don't know he's here.
Oh my goodness, Norway too! Can't find the 3rd, but he's done enough. It's all on Mezzy in a 1 versus 4 now. Oh, not like this, August. Not like this. He's definitely the man to be able to do it. But oh my goodness, Mezzy, the 1-tap. He's got the bomb. It's doable. It's doable, and it's Mezzy. But it's going to be so difficult for him.
He picked up a 4K in the opening round of this half. He's got 2 to his name so far. 56 HP to play with. Minimal utility after throwing that Molotov as well now. Only a single flash. But I feel like against some of these players, it might be a winnable situation. The flicks are there. Just, unfortunately, the timing isn't. Waterfalls gets spotted out. Mezzy now going to rotate all the way around towards the side. He's not going slow about it. He is going to get quite aggressive. Now going on through vents, waiting for someone to drop on down, but nobody home as of yet. Polt going to be holding, waiting on the other side, but Waterfall spots out the gun barrel of Mezzy through the wall. And that brings Extreme now to a 13th round, 13-5. It was looking good for August, but Extreme had an answer straight back.
Yeah, a massive, massive play from Norway there in the smoke. And actually a nice opener from Waterfalls to find a headshot with that scout through the smoke. Well, completely turns the tables, and now we're seeing August. 5 Mac 10s as they're charging their way over towards ramp. It's Lost here with an MP9, and the flash is good. Able to do a lot of damage, finding himself 2, finally traded by Mezzy. But Waterfalls is there, and the spray transfer. Oh my! That was clean. 3-man spray transfer from Waterfalls to clean up the Mac 10s. Extreme now 1 away from match point. And August, well, they're forcing into this. They don't want to play for the overtime. They want to try and pull this back and win now, but that is looking harder and harder as well. Extreme, plenty of rounds to play with. 2 away from that magic number, and they're just against pistols.
Mezzy needs his opening frag really needs to find something here. Norway's going to play on the edge of the smoke. Hasn't spotted out someone on the side of Marshmallow. Norway rushing out long. Able to take out Dobbo. Pulp picks up one onto Adam as well. Lost over the other side of the map. Takes out Russ. Waterfalls for one of his own as well. That now leaves Zed next down to 1 HP. Not much he can do. The nade is going to finish him off. 15-5. August half asleep moving into this first game, unfortunately, as round number 21 could be their final one, and forcing up in that previous round now leaves them down on 3. Map 10's on 2. A rush is what we're going to have to see with these weapons. They cannot play it slow, and if they do, well, it's going to blow up straight in their face. Grenade going to be deployed down through Squeaky. Adam down absolutely nothing. Pulp through the smoke, picks up one. A second onto ZNX. Russ picks up one of his own as well, along with Mezzy picking up 2. Picks up an M4 for himself as well. Now it's an M4 and an AK versus these two players. An M4, he takes down Norway, and now it is just Pulp holding on the site, the top fragger for Extremum. But Russ, along with Mezzy, are able to finish the job. And that's the sort of aggressive nature that we are kind of more used to seeing from August. I'm glad to see that it came out in that round as well, especially with the weaponry choice that they had to go with. Having a quick look at the stats, you can see Pulp 25-10. Mezzy now getting up there as well, 25-19. Even though they are a little bit far behind, they're not going down without a fight. Smokes all the way outside now as well. A complete wall to block off any form of information for Extremum. Adam picks up that opening frag onto Rain. And August just continue their aggressive nature, pushes towards CT.
Early kills though, Waterfalls, he is going to get traded. Mezzy accidentally team kills Russ as well. This isn't good. A 3-on-3, make that a 3-on-2, and Adam's down to 9 HP. They have got the B-bomb site, and Mezzy's still alive, and he is absolutely on fire this game. But Adam whiffs the shot, he is going to fall. It's all on Mezzy in a 1 versus 3 to try and keep his team in this. He's got the positioning. There's 3 guys waiting on the other side. He peeks out, finds himself 1, but quickly traded. And Extremum take map number 1, 16-6. A very, very convincing nuke. It is their map pick, but I was expecting it to be a whole lot closer than this.
Yep, I feel like there's no real question about that. We expected a significantly closer game, especially coming into this, knowing what August are indeed capable of. But it appears that Nuke just not one of their staple maps. If anything, far, far from it. Some relatively sloppy plays for them, some great individual performances sprinkled on out, but unfortunately, they were only sprinklings. A shame, but that does now take us to our second map of Dust 2 relatively soon. I don't know. I feel like if we still see the slowest start from August, this could be a 2-0.
Yes. Yes, it could. I think that nuke map, as I said at the end there, it was Extremum's map. Yeah? So they could definitely, you could definitely say, right, okay, it's nuke, it's a bit of a wild card, they take it, and August, yeah, you're expecting them to go 1-0 down, I think. When we were talking about the 2-1s and the predictions, that was the map that they would lose if they were going to lose any of the 3. However, they just didn't seem awake. Other than Mezzy, who was actually joint top that game, I think. He 25-18 or 25-19. Really big showing from him, and you don't normally see that when you're like 16-6 down. Yeah,
especially as a stand-in.
Like
as well.
Exactly.
Like, stereotypically, stand-ins don't have a huge performance, but they were he was very much the best player on that team. Of course, kind of very closely followed by Russ, but it just wasn't the usual performance that we are used to seeing from these guys. Of course, any form of analysis that we bring to you is brought to you by the British Army. So thank you to them and everything that they do. But for now, we're going to be chucking it to a very short break. We'll see you for map number 2.
Did somebody say just eat? Me, get delivery like a G. See, hungry dogs gotta eat. I get mines every day, every week. Chicken wings to the crib I'm sitting in. Taco, the chateau, please. Did somebody say just eat? Private jetting in the night sky. My man hand glide by with my fried rice. Ride, J-U-S-T-E-A-T. Just eat.
Lynx Africa Body Wash. Get knockout clean.
I get mines every day, every week. Chicken wings to the crib, I'm sitting. J-U-S-T-E-A-T.
Somebody say just eat.
Lynx Africa Body Wash. Get knockout clean.
Welcome back to CSGO Fight Night Day number 2. If you are just joining us, you have missed the first map of our first best of 3 between August and Extremum. Extremum took their map pick of Nuke all the way to a 16-6. They really showed who was boss on the server, but now we're going to be swapping sides and swapping map picks. All gone for Dust 2, what they played up against Na'Vi Youth yesterday. Well, they took it 16-4, and we know how strong Na'Vi Youth are.
Yeah, it was a close one, but I think the important thing to note is they didn't win it. They were actually ahead as well, and they kind of threw it away at the end. If you remember, they had a really, really strong first half. They won the pistol round. I think at one point they were like 12-5 up or something. Then they took it sort of 14 to like 11. And then Na'Vi Youth basically pulled it all the way back, and August really threw it on their, I believe, whatever their second side was. I think it must have been their T side that they threw it away on.
Yeah,
so
August was T side and second side because the final round was a 1v3 with Russ trying to hold on B side.
Ah, yes, I remember. So yeah, I hope that they've fixed that, because it very much seems like they had a very weak T side on that map. And if they can sort that out, or if they, well, I mean, they won't be starting CT. So let's hope that they fix their T side and have a good first half, and see if they can do that one. Because I think they're definitely capable of it. They showed that they are comfortable on the map yesterday, but they also showed that there is an Achilles heel there. They are weak on an aspect of it, and they need to make sure they sort that out going into this one.
That's correct. They are indeed a little bit weak on the T side, but let's not take anything away from their CT. The things that Adam was doing on that map was absolutely miraculous. Rushing up long, the amount of lurking plays he was getting on that CT side was brilliant. But now, of course, we move into map number 2, Extremum versus August. And we see August on the T side. If they can get a good start here, then maybe they can come alive here. Oh, a lot of damage going to be dealt here. 3 kills straight off the bat, and a 4th for them as well. Make that potentially even a 5th. Nope. 3 so far. Make that 4. Great start for Extremum there. The pistol round goes their way. Nori really doing well to help out as well.
Yeah, very, very fast pistol round from Extremum. Starting their dominance early on, keeping their momentum from the last game. So they all buy up into this one, and August, without a bomb plant, are going to go for the full eco. The Glock's charging down long. They could definitely overwhelm these MP9s, but not if none of them can see. The Molotov going to do the work as well. Yeah, they are made easy work of. Normie turns up. The clean-up crew mopping up the last 2 players, and Extremum. Pretty clean second round as well. Only 1 MP9 falling. Yeah, very, very strong round from them.
Now we see the full buy from August, though. They've got AKs across the board. We see the 4-man kind of stack aim more towards the A site, but nothing to see as of yet. Waterfall's inside of mid, looking for information, a frag maybe. Pulse picked up the first one on ZNX, who was lurking round on the B site. Don't do that, that's Adam's job. Dobbo, a little bit of damage is going to be dealt to him. As it looks like we have Connor back as well.
Ah, yes.
Mezzi, after stepping in for the first map, of course, did a great job to help out August there, but Connor has retaken his rightful place. Straight now from Pulp to take down the missing first map player, and now Russ as well. Dobbo and Adam, the last 2 guys, are mainly for August in a 2 versus 5. It's not looking likely here, and if Adam can maybe get this frag onto Waterfall, it does open an opportunity up. But Dobbo needs to work some magic to be able to take down Pulp. He does so, probably going to get taken out as well. But the engagement here from Adam, not going to be transferred through to the frag. The York shot from Waterfall finishes the job.
Yeah, Auglus's buy round completely falling apart. Polt with a fantastic lurk in the lower tunnels. He's going to take them that round. It felt a little bit hasty, his first engagement. The guy wasn't looking at me, had his back turned. He could have maybe played the trigger discipline and got all three, but nonetheless, did well to get 2, 3 in the round overall. And as Auglus, not a whole lot of money to work into this one.
Apologies about that, a couple of tech issues, but they have been resolved as we move into round number 5. And, well, it looks like it is almost over. 3 players from Extremum surviving right now with Ross on the York, Dobbo on an AK, and potentially going to be a pause off the back of this as well as we're missing a player from Auglus. Ross looking to deal some damage here, but gets flashed out. Polt takes down 2. The M4A1S coming out over the top of these AKs and AWPs.
Polt is so consistent. So consistent. He gets himself on a corner, calls the flash from his teammate, and every single time he will swing out. And in those situations, you tend to see even one of them may be playing anti-flash, or even if they are both flash, you sort of face into 2 players, you panic, you spray the first guy, and then you try and transfer it, and it kind of becomes a bit messy. But he keeps his composure every single time and just cleanly takes care of everyone. A really fantastic player that I did mention at the start as one to look out for, but I didn't think he would be the one to look out for. And,
no, definitely.
Yeah, in the last game, he massively turned up, and in this one, he's showing signs of doing the same.
We're in round number 6, and he's got 7 frags to his name so far. It's 7-2, and clearly just a strong contender for NDP at this game.
He is as Auglus. They're trying to work something over towards Long. Only Connor with the AK there. The rest on the pistols and a perfect flash. Rain pushes in, finds himself 2. Make that 3, 4. Oh, wow.
That could be the start of the end for Auglus, actually. Yes, it wasn't the most... I mean, it wasn't the strongest buy from them. They weren't in a decent position to be able to deal a lot of damage in that round, but... the fact that they can get absolutely decimated by 1 flash and a smoke out A long, that's not going to sit well with them. Rush is looking for an opening frag here with the AWP, doesn't find the connection shot. He's going to get flashed, so he has to fall back a little bit, but instead of falling back, he gets a little bit more aggressive. Looks for the AWPer in roll of waterfall, but he picks up that frag instead. Norway's looking to be able to trade out at least 1 more frag inside a mid right now to get onto the board, much like his teammate. But nothing as of yet. Adam pushing on through mid double doors, sprayed down by Polt. You can't take a single one-on-one engagement against this man. And right now, Auglus are looking like a completely different side than what we've seen since yesterday. While they weren't able to win Dust 2, they're able to convincingly take it to 30 rounds. A flick from Connor there with the recovered AWP from Russ. And now the B site is looking like it's more and more opportune for them to push on through. Lost gets flashed out completely by Dobbo. Connor picks up the pieces and the frag. Now in a 3 versus 2. Dobbo, you did fantastically at the start of Dust 2 yesterday. 8 frags in 2 rounds. Can you almost go back to that glory?
A burst of energy coming in, but actually that Molotov doing so much damage. Dobbo's gonna die as he burns alive to it. Able to take one before dying though. It leaves Connor in a 2 versus 1. He's got the AWP, he's got the angle on the bomb, but Rain's got the aim. And Extremum actually gonna come out on top there. August, it's all falling apart. Russ is James Bonding right now. The 007, it's not looking good for August at all. It's showing that their T side from yesterday maybe hasn't been fixed, and giving Extremum 6 this early on, well, it allows them to get into a position where they can take this game within the first 8-9 rounds.
Well, round number 8 is now going to be underway. The economy from August broken, but they do find some money down the back of their couch to be able to pick up AKs for every single player. The utility is not great, but there's still an opportunity for them. A lot of smokes. A couple of Molotovs as well. But look at this. Close range from Lost. He's fully expecting them to flash on out. But they're playing it slow. They tap on through. Lost looks a lot, but at least one. It deals damage, but he's not even straight into a frag. Polk takes down 2. ZNX trays it back relatively quickly. Waterfall looking to be able to pick off one from the cross. Shoots a blind shot. Isn't going to be able to connect. Almost connects onto Dobbo as he crosses on over. But he doesn't get a shot. He is going to be able to get that bomb planted. Now going to have a single player in the form of Ross holding all the way back from tunnels at this stage. In a 3 versus 3, a level playing field for one of the first times in a while, as Waterfalls brings it back underneath their control. A 3 versus 2 now. The rotation from Russ. But look at the read. Extremum have done this so well. They're holding one player behind. But Russ, the second they turn away, he's able to pick up one. He's got to Rain now. Rain's not expecting it. Russ takes down 1. Norway versus Russ. Could this be the round for Russ? No. He manages to get the frag, but Norway gets the bomb. The more important objective in the round. A 7th round for Extremum. But August still on that lowly 1.
I don't understand how they've thrown that one away. It was a 3 versus 3. They had the B bomb site. They had the bomb down. I believe that the B bomb site on Dust 2 is one of the hardest sites in Counter-Strike to retake of all of the maps. And all you have to do is go and play your post-plant positions, use your utility, and you can make it work. But instead, Dobbo faces Heaven early on, which is a very, very questionable peak. Then Russ swings around. Okay, Russ's flank was very good and worked very well, but it only works if his teammates stay alive on the site because the bomb wasn't planted for him. So he couldn't be the clutch player, yeah? He was just the guy to come around the back, get a kill, maybe 2, make things a little bit easier for his guys on site. He couldn't be the last man alive because the bomb was planted on the other side of the box. So even though he found himself all 3, that wraparound not going to work out for him at all. An Extremum 7-1 right now, but today Ross is going to connect that shot through the door.
Finally.
Yeah, it gets Polk down really low. They get close up to the doors as well. They want to try and take some control.
It's a really, really good player to get it on. With Polk being kind of the star standout player for Extremum right now, being able to drop him down to 14 HP before anyone has been able to trade bullets back does open up an opportunity on the B side. They know he's crossed over as well. They know that because he's low, he's going to have to play either a tight or hidden angle. He's going to be holding back by box right now, so not giving up too much info. He peeks on out, he's been spotted, and a single bullet from Dobbo is all that's going to be required. Norway now pushing up quite close, but it's Lost who finds that opening frag on Swadum. Repeats the angle after smoke goes down. Damage onto Dobbo, through the smoke takes him down. ZNX trades one back. The flick from Waterfall doesn't connect. Russ finally picking up another frag, this time on the AWP, and now in a 2 versus 2. The economy fragmented from Extremum. Is there an opportunity for August to be able to win this round? Can Extremum win this? If they don't, they're not going to be having the best of buys moving into round number 10. Rain's going to take this opening fight, spots out Connor, frags almost converted, but Connor isn't able to find it. They know that ZNX inside this corner, and he isn't going to be able to find that one either. The retakes are perfect from Extremum here. Every single angle they can execute perfectly. Even blind, even dry. They had no utility whatsoever to play around with there, and they still peaked and won those fights. An 8th round going to it shown them they've secured the half, moving into round number 10. August need to turn up.
Yes, they do. They get themselves onto the sites, they get the bomb down, but they just can't close it out. They've had no luck whatsoever towards A. In fact, I don't think a single August player has stepped foot on the A bomb site. They keep trying their luck over towards B. They're able to take the site, but just not hold on to it. And look at Polt's position right now. He's sitting behind this smoke. If he peeks out, he plays around it, plays it perfectly, finds one, can't transfer it. But as Rain finds one of his own, they've got the man advantage already. 1 minute 30 on the clock, and they're already in a fantastic position. Rain is going to fall over towards long, but they've still got control of the B site, and Waterfalls is on top of it. Lost finds himself Dobbo, and it leaves Russ in a 3-on-1 with an AWP. An impossible situation. The bomb's in hand, but he's not got the weapon to do the work with. There is potential for him to get onto the B site here, but he needs to find the kill first, and then he's got to, making this very, very difficult.
We know of all players on August he can do this, but if Norway is going to be able to read it perfectly like this, there's not an opportunity in hell to be able to do so. It's a 9th round for Extremum. And Josh, this is a completely different roster than what we saw yesterday from August. We saw opportunities present themselves. But August, yeah, they had a rough T-side on Dust 2. They didn't have this rough of a T-side on Dust 2. A single round, that is it so far. They are banking that they have a fantastic CT, but it's not looking particularly likely. The mentality is hurt right now. Waterfall picks up that first frag onto Adam as he peeks an AWP with a Tech 9. He's not able to find anything. Rain spots out the bomb and takes down Dobbo as he gets a little bit aggressive. Connor spotted out, then next spotted out, but they do manage to come out on top, at least for one engagement. Flash and smoke go down. Waterfalls through the smoke, through the wall of his own as well in the form of Waterfalls inside of mid. But now he's alone on the A site. They rotate all the way through long. Ross has covered it. And Extreme are nowhere to be seen. They're sprinting all the way up mid, all the way through A long double doors. The taps down into CT as Pope gets spotted out. But it's a pistol on ZNX and AK on Russ. The potential is there to be able to get the bomb planted, but he needs to play this perfectly, and he just didn't move to the site quick enough. 10-1. An almost impossibility to come back from this.
Throughout this entire series, those support players doing so much work, and it means that the fraggers, not only are they winning their aim duels, but they're not fair aim duels, yeah? They're playing against players that can't see, and it makes it a whole lot easier. So, August right now, they're changing this up a little bit. They've got a boost in lower tunnels. They're trying to find themselves some kind of early pick, but Extremum are very dynamic. You don't seem to see them doing the same thing twice. They'll take control. They're not just sitting like ducks on the site, but they do it differently every single round, and it makes it very hard for August to read. They're 10-1 down right now. They need to try and at least find a couple of rounds on the board in this half to have enough to play with in the second half. The Flash going to go over. Lost peaks. Doesn't spot anyone, but little does he know, there's actually 5 players on the other side of those doors. And Waterfall is going to get a nasty surprise. He will spot one, though. He's going to stay on the angle.
Gonna have to wide peek this now as the smoke comes on through, but look at the aggression! Takes out Connor, and he actually hits it directly through the wall. He's looking for something else here, but it's gonna be Norway close and personal with the AK. Sprays down one, ZNX trades it back. Waterfall now inside a CT, but Ray behind them! Oh, he had the patience, the timing, but only transfers one. The bomb goes down. Waterfall looks for ZNX. He hits the shot into the chest, but he isn't able to turn it and capitalize it and make it a kill. Polk's still there, looking for a stray bullet through this smoke to be able to deal the damage. The Molotov dealing so much though. Polk down to 47, Lost down to 28, Waterfall on 16. A frag here could be crucial onto ZNX. It's not going to hit him, but the spray from Lost will. Dobbo now in a 1 versus 3 as an AK in hand, waiting for the push up from short, spots out one, taps him down, looks for a second and third, but isn't going to be able to see anything as of yet. Has to hold back onto the side, playing for time, spots out the AWPer, but Waterfall is ready and waiting. Close range, that's all he needs. Takes him down, secures an 11th round with relative ease. Waterfall on 16 HP, secures at the final frag And that opening for him on short was gorgeous as well.
It was very close for August. The Molotov going on short dealt a lot of damage, and ZNX just staying alive as long as he did on the other side of that smoke. Really allowed the bomb to beep away. But now at Extremum, 11-1 right now. B-Rush is coming in and lost. Oh no, fall through the smoke. Adam, the last man alive on the other side. I'm sure he doesn't want to give him the ace right now. Oh, that is ridiculous. That was a full buy from August.
How do you come back from that? You don't. 4 players dying within the first few seconds of a round, Josh. The spray, perfect from Loss. He lines them all up. The dream from any B holding player on Dust 2 to line up that many frags. The spray, perfect. The lineup, perfect. The timing, perfect. A 12th round for Extremum. Now look at the economy for August. They have a single round to their name and pistol. This is looking all but over at this stage. As round number 14 continues, damage onto Dobbo, damage onto Adam. Not a single piece of damage traded back to Extremum as of yet. Waterfalls with the peek out of Goose, takes down one, spots out a second, as well as ZNX as well. Looks for a third in Russ, but Russ does get a trade frag. Norby ready and waiting for them. Bomb going to be deployed, and a frag deployed on top of him as well, as Dobbo drops down to 30. Now a 3 versus 4. I meant that a 3 versus... Well, sorry, a 2 versus 4. As Norby pushed on up, but Russ picked up another one through the smoke. Oh, a third! Okay, Russ, what are you doing, man? Polt out of nowhere, though, with a nade from CT. Bounces it, ricochets it off the wall, finishes the job with Rain picking up that final frag. A 13th round for Extremum. A single round, and every single thing they seem to be trying just isn't sticking.
No, it does not. And you tend to see when you're 6-1 down, 7-1 down, you think, do you know what? They win a buy round, they pull it back. It ends up being maybe like a 10-5 half. It's not too bad, but not today. August, they cannot find anything at all. And they are staring right down the barrel of a 14-1 unless they can make something work. They've gone for a triple AWP setup. Not worked out early on as Waterfalls finds one. Russ gets one of his own, so a 4-on-4. Polt's going to miss his shot. That's uncharacteristic, and Adam and Rust come out on top. So the man advantage now.
But it's AWP wars. It's 3 AWPs on August, a single AWP on Waterfalls. Norway's the only one who has any form of automatic weapon at this stage, and that's just an AK. But that single AK could be the downfall for August because they missed their opening shots. They're dead. Quite simply. Oh, Waterfalls! The timing, he just swaps out at the wrong moment. He gets spotted out, though. Normally now going to be rushing on the side. The flash comes over, takes down one, takes down a second, and that is the damage that you can deal with an AK against 3 AWPs. Waterfalls finishes it off, finishes out the round, and finishes out the half. 14-1. We'll see you in the second half.
I get mines every day, every week. Chicken wings to the crib. I'm sitting J-U-S-T-E-A-T.
Somebody say just be.
Lynx Africa Body Wash. Get knockout clean.
We are back for our second half, and Josh, domination would be one word. Murder would be another. 14-1 is the current scoreline on August's map pick of Dust 2. These things should not happen. Quite simply, it's now going to be pistol round, and this is crucial. If Extremum win this, they have their match point. They have the advantage moving on through as well. August needs to play a perfect CT half. But with ZNX falling there, it doesn't look like it's due to happen. Dobbo picks up one. Norway one more for himself as well. Connor's looking to get onto the board in this round also. Only 5 frags to his name so far. Of course, not warmed up on the first map as King Mezzi was in his place. And now with the man advantage going to way of Extremum. And enemies behind Connor. He has no idea that Waterfalls is holding there. Russ in a 1 versus 3. It's not looking likely. It's looking borderline impossible, and that could be the end of the game as well. A gorgeous pistol kill from Waterfall there as well. A single tap was all that was required. They can force up, they can buy, and August need to buy in every single one of these rounds now.
Yeah, nice 4K from Waterfalls, but as you say, August, no more chances. They lose one more round, they're completely out of the tournament. They need to be forcing up here, and they need to play perfect Counter-Strike. We saw a very good CT half from them yesterday, but was it this good? I don't think so. Adam gets taken down early on. Rain gets ZNX as well. The two-man early advantage going in their favour. The scouts need to hit the shot, and as Dobbo misses, he surely falls. Oh, he actually comes in as well. Wow, they did a whole lot more damage than I thought they were going to do there, but Russ now in a 1 versus 3.
Players are leaving the server on August. They've had enough. They know what's about to happen, and it is a 16-1 loss to knock them out of the tournament. August, who knocked out LDLC, our #1 seed coming into this, a team which realistically a lot of people have heard of in the European scene, in the global Counter-Strike scene, and then the team that defeat them get shut out completely on their map pick 16-1. That is crazy.
It is crazy indeed, August. They just didn't seem to wake up today. They just weren't there. They were hardly there on Nuke. I feel like the only player really putting up the numbers was Mezzy. Going into Dust 2, an entire map, and only one player on the August side hit double digits, and that was Russ. Everybody else sitting in those single kills. I mean, no, you just can't see it. It's very, very unfortunate, and yeah, not what we saw yesterday from them. Not the August we saw yesterday. We saw a very, very close game against Na'Vi Jr. We saw an amazing series against LDLC, and for them to actually fall now in like the second, third round of the lower bracket, they're not going to be happy with that at all. I think they will be happy with their performance yesterday, going away as a whole. Looking at this tournament, they will be pretty chuffed that they took out a team like LDLC. I don't think they'll beat themselves up too much about that loss against Na'Vi Jr. But today, I don't think they'll be happy with their result from today. That was a really, really poor showing from them. I think we all expected more.
Yeah, we did. Back to the drawing board for them. Commiserations. They are now out as they get knocked out of the lower bracket. Of course, that means that Extremum go forwards, and they are going to, as we had a dropout, 100 ping gods had a conflict, so they have dropped out of the tournament, meaning that Medica go forward. So Extremum versus Medica up, I mean, well, realistically, the next lower bracket round. Then the winner of that faces, the loser of the next upper bracket games. Guys, we are going to be going to a short break, and we'll be back for our next game relatively soon. See you in a
Did somebody say just eat?
Me, get delivery like a G. See, hungry dogs gotta eat. I get mines every day, every week. Chicken wings to the crib, I'm sitting in. Tacos to the chateau, please. Did somebody say
Just eat.
private jetting in the night sky? My man hand glide by with my fried rice. Ride, J-U-S-T-E-A-T.
Somebody say just eat.
Lynx Africa Body Wash. Get knockout clean.